This ship has come from Malaysia to carry new cars back. Brand new Chinese models such as BYD and Geely.
Over 2,000 cars are being loaded onto this ship, and most of them are new energy vehicles. Their destination, Southeast Asia.
Shanghai's Haitong port in Lingang New Area is a professional auto terminal with at least 2 ships berthing every day to receive new vehicles. In May, for example, 72,000 cars exported via the terminal, a historic high. The number of Chinese brands exported saw a year-on-year growth of over 400%.
We export between 3,000 and 4,000 cars every day. We are working 24 hours.
China's new energy capabilities are impressing foreign consumers. But the next tax for car makers is localizing products for different regions. At the 2025 Global New Energy Vehicle Cooperation and Development Forum in Shanghai, an EV brand expert said the next few years will be a golden stage for Chinese and EVs to go abroad.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Wealthy Mindset. It's yours truly, Money Making Mitch. And as usual guys, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research. So I did a video yesterday where I showed American lawmakers did a backflip, and they are now allowing Siemens, their lackeys, and the rest of the chip industry to start selling chips to China again. And it's no longer a national security risk, apparently. And we all know this was coming, but of course China understand who they're dealing with and is still going to ramp up and keep making chips on their own. But why did that happen? Because of that little element called rare earth minerals. China holds it. Now, what else has happened? Well, China started yesterday anti-dumping duties on the European Union brandy for 5 years. Up to 34.9%, most of it from France. Little itsy bitsy Macron will be begging and crawling on his knees. And whilst all this is happening, China-EU talks on EV tariffs near completion. You heard that right. According to CCTV, the technical part of negotiations between China and the European Union on electric vehicles has been largely completed. A social media account linked to China Central Television said in a post on Weibo this Friday. You heard that right. Both sides seek to avert a broader trade conflict following Brussels' move late last year to impose provisional tariffs on Chinese-made fully electric vehicles. And we all know why. I spoke about this, why they did that. It was due to Ursula von der Leyen, the wicked, ugly-looking vampiress who is married into an oil family. So it goes against her interests. According to a post on China's Twitter-like platform Weibo, which I also invest into, the technical part of the China-EU electric vehicle negotiations is basically complete. It's basically complete, and only one step remains. The key lies in whether the EU side can demonstrate the political will needed to promote a resolution. I believe they will. They have no choice. China does not just hold the cards, they make the cards, my dear lads. It says, according to Yuan Tian added in the post, the statement comes amid increasing diplomatic efforts to de-escalate a looming tariff battle. Last week, Reuters reported that France cognac producers had reached a tentative agreement with Chinese authorities on setting minimum import prices. However, Beijing indicated the deal would only be finalized if there was movement on the EU dispute, according to 5 sources familiar with the matter. On July 4th, the European Commission confirmed provisional anti-subsidy tariffs on EVs made in China, citing distorted market conditions due to what it described as unfair subsidization. But America is getting ready to give a lot of subsidies to companies related to batteries and battery making, And if they do partnerships with Chinese EVs, you heard that right. But it's okay when the subsidies benefit them, not the Chinese companies. BYD since last year faces a 17.4% duty, Geely 20%, SAIC 38.1%. These are the top of the existing 10% import duty, bringing the total levies to as much as 48.1% for SAIC. Geely owns Volvo Cars and Polestar, while SAIC operates MG, a budget brand popular across Europe. Other manufacturers, including joint ventures with Volkswagen and BMW, are subject to a blanket rate of 21%. The only exception is Tesla, which was granted an individually accessed duty of 7.8%. And even though they have the lowest, their sales are declining in Europe and worldwide. But why is that? They have an unfair advantage. And it still does not help dog poop, cat poop, rat poop, and smelly guano bat poop. Oh, and according to my subscriber Michael Perslow, buffalo poop, it still is not helping them because they stop innovating. They have two outdated models. This is why when the illiterate animals come on my channel and they said, NIO has too many models. Yes, BYD has a lot of models and they're outselling Tesla. NIO, who outsold the premium brands in China combined, are now getting ready to devastate and dominate the sub-brand segment, my dear lads. China's Ministry of Commerce said last month it held talks with the European Union on tariffs imposed on Chinese-made electric vehicles, as well as a broader economic and trade relations. However, the EU rejected the proposal, arguing that the problem went beyond pricing and insisting on the state subsidies that distort fair competition in the European market. But now, when China started lashing back on dumping of cognac and other EU products, somehow, just like with the chip situation, it is no longer an unfair advantage. Last year, the EU imposed tariffs on Chinese electric vehicle imports. In April, as Trump new tariffs took place, EU Trade Commissioner and China's Commerce Minister Wang agreed to investigate the possibility of setting minimum prices for the imported EVs as an alternative to tariffs. And we are close to a deal. This is why I've always said on this channel, minus speed bumps. When other YouTubers were saying, oh my God, oh it's great, oh no, oh it's good this time. I always said minus speed bumps. Pull your pants up, keep buying the dips. As the great Warren Buffett said, we buy low, we sell high. I hope you guys found this video yet again to be informational, inspirational, and motivational. If so, guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up right here. Takes a lot of time to do these videos and the editing. And if you haven't yet subscribed, you might want to think about doing so, because in this channel, we are waking up the middle class for the first time to get a major piece of the pie from the ground level up as to how the games are played on Wall Street. And like 50 said, we get rich or we die trying, guys.